Okay, hey everybody. So it's been a while since I've done any pick a pile readings that are recorded. I was having some technical difficulties the last time that I had a pick a pile reading, so I wasn't able to upload any videos. Which so now I've got everything figured out, and so yeah, so I decided to do a love pick a pile reading, long overdue. Um, Lots of stuff going on, obviously, with not just myself, but of course the world in general. Which I'll try not to babble, too much, but just everything with, the election and COVID and all of these things going on, the media, all the censorship that the media is doing, basically taking away the things that we need to see and only showing us what they want us to see. A lot of manipulation as far as our government's concerned because well, it's just that it's corrupt. And so what our government is doing right now is a lot of gaslighting. They're so corrupt, and they're trying to get our minds off of their corruption, that they work with the media to try to, well, basically just that, manipulate and gaslight you into questioning your own reality. Like, here's a good example. So after the election, well, the next that evening, and then into the next day, um, I'm waking up thinking, hey, we're gonna know who our new president is, because, well, that's that's always happened in the past. Like, the ballots are counted and blah blah blah, and the next day you get up and you know who your president is. Well, no. So the media is covering how, we're probably not going to know who the president is for another, 4 days, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. So I'm sitting here thinking to myself, and of course the media, makes it out to like it's no big deal, almost like as if this has occurred in the past. And I'm sitting here going, no, wait a minute. I thought that, we should know who our president is the next day. But yet it got me questioning in my own mind, and, questioning myself, going, well, but knowing that we should have already known, but then questioning myself, thinking, well, wait a minute, did we have to, wait a week for this to come about, for us to know who our president is? No. But I second guess myself. And that's where the control and the manipulation and the gaslighting comes into play, because there's so much corruption in our media, there's so much corruption in our government, and they're starting to lose control. And so, what better way to do that than to control what the media puts out, censoring the things that and issues that really need to be talked about, because people are starting to wake up. People are starting to ask questions, and it's scary to them. So, they get to choose what we see on the news. They get to choose who hears it. Like, for instance, on I believe it was Twitter, the CEO of the New York Times had printed something that the government did not like. So therefore, him, along with all these other thousands of Twitter accounts, just poof, vanish, be gone. So you have to ask yourself why, and what's going on, because all these hundreds of years of beliefs and systems that have been in place for hundreds of years are crumbling, they're falling. And the more that we're aware, the more that we learn the truth about just how our society and how our government works, and they're scared, and they know what's going on, and they're losing that control, so they're censoring people's voices. They're censoring what you see on the news. They're censoring what you see on social media. And so just realize that it's just about control, and just stay with your path. Stay in your knowing, stay in your truth, and we will come together as the collective that we are, and emitting light and love, and loving one another, and being compassionate, and being empathetic towards others. Not this devil type energy that is within our leaders, and it's sad, because we trust them, and we trust them, and they know that, but they're starting to lose control. So anyhow, and I'm feeling a lot of those anxieties myself, along with other issues going on in my life. But that's where those anxieties come into play, because the more that we become aware, the more that we're sentences are heightening, and the more that we know that we're going to be where we evolving as humans, and getting to where we need to be. So I'll stop rambling now. But this pick a pile is it's a love reading, and which is my favorite, as you know. So we've got pile number 1 with the turquoise, and then we've got the pile number 2 with the calcite, and then we've got the pile number 3, which is the pink tourmaline. So you could have picked between the number or which stone, whichever stone that you chose. So if you're just now tuning into this, I'll give you a second to think about it. Don't think about it real hard. And if you do choose a pile that doesn't make sense to you, doesn't resonate with you, choose one of the other piles. I wouldn't recommend choosing more than one, because these energies are really kind of different. But again, group number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3. It's 1, 2, and 3. So, okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and take down these 2 piles, and I'm going to go ahead and get started. So I've already got, pile number 1, I've already got a few of your messages cards here already pulled. Some of them I know, some of them I don't. And one of the reasons why is because I got some new oracle decks, and so I kind of had to, look at the book and really kind of, get a little bit more understanding and depth and understanding as to what these oracle cards are talking about. Plus, I got this new kick-ass tarot deck, which is very modern. It's so cool. You guys will see it and you'll love it. But, so pile number 1, well, we're going to start here. So, for your general energy, and this is from the fairies and goddesses oracle deck, and that is very new. And so we've got, for pile number 1, we've got vulva, not vulva, but vulva. And that term is derived from, actually, I'm going to take this deck down for a moment. Actually, that term is, it's not really, I shouldn't say a term. It's more of a person, which stems from a Celtic Norse mythology. She's actually, if you look at her, she's AKA a witch, okay? But her name they're called a vulva. And basically a seer or a prophet. If you picture, your witch, like in movies, your typical witch, you're going to go into the forest, and she lives out in the middle of the forest, and she's got, her cauldron and all these potions and things of that nature, and she's mixing this and that together, and and so on and so forth. That would be what a vulva is in Celtic Norse mythology, and just that. So basically, if you look, she has got like leaves in her hair and things. But this is the person, this is the seer, this is the prophet. And that, in those times, and it just says that. It says prophecy, guidance, and direction. So someone who gives you guidance, someone who, gives you direction, and someone that's a prophet. So, okay, so that's her. This is going to be the top of pile number 1. Then I went ahead and pulled some love oracle cards for pile number 1. We've got the Hand of Cards. Okay, stick this up here, move this over. And then we've got Not Enough. Okay. Then we've got Love. And then we've got the Dragonfly. Okay. All right. Move this down here for a second. So I can move this over. Oh well. Guess I should have been a little bit more prepared, but oh well. Anyways, I just want to make sure I have enough room over here. Okay. So let me get these for just a second. Okay. Okay. All right. So what I'm getting from these 4 or 5 cards right here. And I'll just read to you what the first one, the Hand of Cards, says. Take a chance, risk, being strategic, options, not showing your hand, or gambling. Okay. The second one is Not Enough. Frustrated in a relationship, lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear/ego issues, and jealousy. Then we go over here to the Love card, which is unconditional love, self-love, oneness, passion, affection, and attraction. And the Dragonfly, which is be lighthearted, finding out things, coming to light, adapting to change, and healing. Okay. So basically, when I'm looking at those and I'm looking at this prophecy, guidance, direction, is saying to me that the person or persons who are watching this pile 1, that you're in a relationship or have been in a relationship that maybe just ended, or currently in a relationship, that you're going to have to make some choices, obviously. Your feelings of not enough. You're feeling like you're not enough for this person. Like this person's constantly making you feel this way about yourself. You're frustrated. This person is causing you to have no confidence, and you're self-sabotaging. You're starting to believe those beliefs. You're starting to believe this person. It may stem from possessiveness. This person may be possessive and jealous. Yeah. So then we go over here to this Love, which also tells me that you need to start loving yourself, and which you're starting to realize that, because you're not getting what you want from this person as far as compassion or passion or affection or attracted. It's almost like you feel like that your person is not even attracted to you anymore. You're not feeling affectionate. You're not getting the love that you have for this person, which is unconditional love. And and I have a feeling that recently or in the near future that things are going to come to light. There's things, there's maybe some secrets that have been hidden, and you're going to be finding out these things. And what's going to have to happen is you're going to have to adapt to that. You're going to have to adapt to those changes. You're going to have to make a choice to either stay in that situation or leave and go. And but when you do, and if you do, then you are going to have to accept it and adapt to that change and heal in order to be able to move forward with your life, in order to be able to get to where you need to be in life. You're going to have to trust that there's guidance. You're going to have to trust that there's direction by the universe, okay? And Volva, she's going to help you do that. She wants to help you. She wants to help guide you and help you find your way. Now, with this take a chance or risk, for some of you maybe have not left this person quite yet, and that may be where the choice comes into play, or a decision. But it's saying take that chance, take that risk, but be strategic about it. Okay? Because you do have options. Everyone has free will. You understand? Everybody has free will, and you do not have to be stuck in this self-sabotaging mindset to where you have no confidence because this person's made you feel that way for so long, and that you feel like that you have no other options, but you do. Okay? So I pulled a couple of other energy from the court cards from one of my other decks, and just to kind of see who maybe I'm talking to here, just to maybe see what majority of you maybe in this group. Okay, I'm not saying it has to be that way. I'm just saying that I was just trying to get a feel for who that might be. And I got the Queen of Wands. Now, she represents mainly a person. It doesn't have to be a woman, but a person over the age of 25, okay? The Queen of Wands is a fire energy. The wands are fire energy, so I could be talking to a Leo, a Sagittarius, or Aries. It doesn't have to be, but I have a feeling that that's a majority of the people that are watching this pile number one, and that this message is for. And, the Queen of Wands is all about that fiery energy. She's got a spark inside of her. That's been laying dormant. And look at her. She's ready to, throw that wand up and be like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to dig deep inside my soul and realize that I'm better than that I'm more than that. So there's that. And then I pulled one major arcana card for this group, and I've got the Devil. Now, this could represent a couple different things here. You may feel bonded to this person. That's a Devil energy. See how these two people, these two lovers right here, they're bonded to each other. And that's a Devil energy, so, you're over here and you're feeling bonded to this person over here, this dark person, this person that's not good for you, but you're not. You can break those chains. See how in this deck, the Devil and these two lovers, they're not facing each other. They're facing apart. They're not even looking at each other anymore. It's like they don't know one another. Like, especially this person does not know this person. And the Devil's up here going, ooh, no, stay in this mode of thinking. Stay in this. But when in all reality, you have the power to break away from that. You want to break away from that. I can see it. Because in their traditional Rider-Waite, these lovers, they're facing each other, and they're almost kind of like holding, I believe they may even be holding hands. But not in this deck. This deck is, they're looking away. And you want to get out of this. Because this is a dark energy over here. This person is not good for you. So, okay. So let's get to the tarot. All right. So this is the new tarot deck that I... This is the new tarot deck that I just recently got, and I had my cards not in the right order, but we've got the Hierophant in reverse, okay? We've got the Seven of Swords, which the crows are swords in this deck. It's kind of cool. We've got the Empress. We've got the Six of Swords. Okay, again, those crows our swords. We've got the Magician in reversed position in reverse, or the Magician in reverse position. That's like a lot to say. We've got the Devil. There's that Devil again. Well, you know. And then we've got the Six of Wands. Okay? Which is like a happy card, huh? Okay. Let me see here for a second. Okay. So the Hierophant is about someone who is wise, someone who gives good advice, someone who, you know, it kind of is associated with religious beliefs, or just beliefs in general. In this tarot deck, since it's more modern, you know, we're going to, you know, take out the not so traditional ways of thinking and systems. Like the systems are outdated. Okay, so in other words, like, we're not in the 1950s anymore, y'all. Like, if you do not want to be, and if you're in an unhealthy relationship and you do not want to be with this person, and it's toxic and they're abusive, or just not even abusive, they're not giving you what you want. They're not giving you what you need any longer. This relationship is no longer serving you. It's saying, let go of this outdated thinking that you cannot get away from this person. And I have a feeling that the possessiveness and the jealousy, which causes possessiveness, has caused you to, or whoever this message is for, to seclude. And people like that, they try to keep you away from your family. They try to keep you away from your friends and isolate you, you know, and that's for that reason. So your friends can't talk to you, and your family can't say, hey, no, this isn't right. You know, so you're going to believe this person that you're with that's causing you, you know, emotional abuse, or emotional, you know, just feelings of, you know, that lack of confidence, because now who are you going to turn to? That's what they do. That's what they want. But you can get out of that, okay? This is, like, again, this is 2020. You do not, we all have free will. We do not have to, and we don't have to listen to what society says either. They may live in the 50s, you don't, okay? This is your life, and if you're not happy in this life, this person is not the person that they used to be. This relationship is no longer serving you. It's not fulfilling you. It's not giving you what you want and need, okay? So that's what that's saying, I feel like. Also, too, this person, is definitely abusing their power in this relationship. It's an ego-based relationship on their part. So basically it's saying, get away from that. Stop that outdated thinking, and let it go away. And so you can start making a better version of yourself. You can start loving yourself again. Because the Seven of Swords right here is about being strategic, though. It's about being strategic and not, what am I trying to say? Being very strategic, I guess, about things. Because when you're put in certain situations like this, it's not like you can just up and leave, you know, because they are so possessive. So you're kind of, and that kind of goes back with this playing your hands of cards. Like, you're playing your cards right. And this card was saying that too. Being strategic. Playing your cards right. Like, you've really got to think about this, okay? It's not just about the choice you've got to make. It's about how you're going to go about things so that you can get away from this type of relationship or type of relationships. And it may be someone that I'm talking to that's in that situation right now, or just currently got out of that situation. You got to be strategic. You've got to really pay attention to what your next move is, because you don't want to, you know, yeah, you don't want to show them your cards. You don't really want them to know what's going on. So you kind of have to play along, but you can't play in that forever. But yeah, being strategic, you know, but you also have this need for honesty, which I feel like, though, that's not going to happen. This person's holding things back from you. You're finding these things out. Things are coming to light, which was what this card over here meant. And it's like you're hanging on to and this thinking that this person is ever going to be honest with you, okay? And they're not. And if they haven't changed by now, they're not probably going to, okay? You want that honesty, you need that honesty, but you're probably not going to get it. And I think that you realize that. So now we need to start acting with integrity, okay? Because of this lack of confidence, you have no self-love. And so you're beginning to question, and this whole cycle keeps repeating itself, okay? But you cannot keep deceiving your own heart. You know, in your heart and your mind, especially your heart, you can't keep deceiving it any longer, okay? It's not healthy. It's not healthy for anyone, and you've got to start loving yourself again. You've got to stop deceiving your own heart, because the sooner that this goes away, that you get away from this person, you will see how your life will change. You will see the abundance that comes into your life, okay? So then we move on to the Empress, okay? And the Empress is all about what your heart desires, okay? What did I just say? What does your heart desire? What does your heart desire? Okay, stop deceiving it, because, she's the divine feminine. Okay, she's the divine feminine. She's the definition of it, and she's fertile, and she's motherly, and she's sensual, and she's nurturing, and she's empathetic, and she represents unconditional love, okay? She represents unconditional love and affection and compassion, okay? So but she also reminds us that we are on the right track, okay? We're on the right track, which goes kind of back to vulva over here. She's guiding us. She's guiding you. This may also represent someone who wants children. This may represent someone who has been wanting children, and they have not had the chance to have children, maybe due to certain circumstances. Maybe they didn't want to have a child because they knew they weren't in the right situation. That could also represent somebody in that, in that situation that maybe wants to, get pregnant, or maybe you had a child, and because of this person, you may have lost this child, which is another reason why, you know that this is not healthy and not a healthy environment, and that this is not for you. Your path is something different, and you intuitively know that, I feel like. So she's saying you're on the right track, and we all want that motherly energy, we all want, we want to go, as women especially, we want to go to our mothers and just, say, what do I do? Give me some advice. And she has that motherly touch, mother's advice. And so, but yeah, so that's the Empress, okay? All right, so then we're going to go on to the Six of Wands here. Okay, so as you can see, the Six of Swords, not the Wands, Six of Swords. These swords are crows in this deck, but if you see how she's kind of coming out of this rough waters, and she's kind of going into smoother waters here, but she's still kind of sad. She's kind of like looking down, like almost like she's being guided here through these waters, but she's kind of like, whoa, what just happened? Like, ooh, where am I? She's still a little fearful. You see what I'm saying? She's coming out of those rocky waters into calmer waters, but she's still kind of like, oh wow, this is not this that was, this is sad. I'm still sad. I'm still a little confused. I'm still reminded. I'm still thinking back. But that's going to subside, and because that's going to happen, especially with being in a toxic relationship like this. But it's also looking into the future. It's like giving insight, okay? So your accomplishments are being seen, okay, for what they are and what you really are and what you're ready for, okay? You had to hide yourself for so long because you don't know who you are. You had to hide yourself for so long that this is a newfound optimism. It's going to be a newfound optimism, and you're going to be inspiring. You're going to be inspiring others to do the same. Be to have that, to be brave enough to even go into these rocky waters or harsh waters. You see what I'm saying? But it's like a hope. She's still a little sad, but she's looking down at the water like, okay, now that I'm out of that and I'm going into this, there's going to be optimism there, okay? You're stepping out of that self-doubt. You're stepping out of that not enough card, which goes back over to here. You're stepping out of that I'm not enough anymore, okay? Yeah, you can kind of miss this person maybe that you were with, and I don't even think it's probably the person. It's just the life that you once had, because you've been made to feel like you're not enough. You know what I mean? So you're stepping out of that self-doubt, and you need to also stop comparing yourself to other people, because that's not, and that just goes back to the lack of confidence. But stop comparing yourself to other people, because there's only one you. Okay, and you know who you are, and there's no one else like you, and you are good, and you are deserving of love, and you are deserving of an abundant life and in a healthy, loving relationship. Okay, so yeah, so, and you don't need any external validation. Okay, you just don't need any external validation. You need to learn to love yourself. The external validation will not matter. Yes, it's nice to have external validation, but in a healthy way, okay? But you have to start loving yourself again before you can get any kind of external validation. And what is the word I'm trying to say? And not be on the defensive about it, almost. Because when people give you any kind of validation, you start, oh, no, I'm not, or no, I'm not this, and it's like you're getting into that mindset again. Learn to take compliments, okay? Because I feel like that all you've gotten is nothing but put downs and control, and this person making you feel a certain type of way about yourself. That's not cool, okay? Because you know who you are, which I feel like that you're understanding this, okay? You need to adapt to that change. You need to heal, okay? And it's time. It's time to impress yourself with what your mindset can do, your new mindset can do, okay? So then we're going to go into I'm sorry, hold on just a second. I'm sorry, I lost my track of thought. I do that a lot. Oh, okay. Yeah, like what I said, open to receiving love, new beginnings and new beginnings. This is a new beginning too. Like that represents also new beginnings, and embrace them. Okay. Now we've got the Magician in reverse. Okay. Usually when it's upright like this, when he's upright, there's no limits to what this person can do. They hold the power in their own hands. They hold their own destiny. Okay. That means that you can literally, you have the tools to create whatever it is that you want in life. Okay. And I feel like that you can, and that's what I've been sitting here preaching to you, but right now it's in the reverse. So like that tells me that you're still questioning yourself, you're questioning people, and that's another thing. You're questioning other people's intent also. Like, so if someone came to you and wanted to take you out on a date, you're going to question their intent because of this hold that this person had on you for so long. It's like a defense mechanism, okay? This is what's going to be happening for a minute, okay? You're going to question people's true intent, okay? And you're going to question also too your own potential, your own talents, okay? So you really, really need a lot of time to heal. It's going to take some time, so you can find that unused potential that's deep down inside. You can find those talents that you locked away, that you've hidden for so long, okay? This guy is very confident. He knows it. This guy is not so much. But that's what goes along with the healing process. That's what it's saying to you. You know, you're going to start tapping into this energy. You're going to find yourself. You're going to find things about yourself that you didn't even know about yourself, that you've forgotten for so long. I've been there, okay? You have great potential to be this, okay? But you will, and you will, okay? So, now we're going back over here. Oh, I'm sorry. This devil, the guy, he's supposed to be in reverse, okay? Which kind of means the same, a lot of the same things, but not. Okay, the devil energy like we had over here, okay, where they're bonded. That's kind of funny how both of those cards came out in this same reading. But if you see this guy, it's almost like he's got this puppet on a string here. And the guy that the little puppet he's got in a string, he's in the side of his head. You see, he's like, and this devil, he's like, let me, come with me, trust me, blah, 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 blah. And this guy is down here, no, bonded to this guy. He's like his little puppet. You don't want to be that puppet. You don't want to be that puppet anymore, okay? You've got to give yourself the power to break through these chains, just like with this devil energy. You've got to know your power, and the power lies within, okay? And your healing is going to be found in darkness, okay? Your healing is going to be found in darkness. Before you can heal, there's going to be darkness. Before you can see the truth, before you can be the light, because what? Truth equals light. Light equals truth. But there's going to have to be a whole lot of darkness before you can get into that light, before you can step into that light. You see, just like with what I was talking about earlier, with everything that's going on with the government and everything that's going on just in the world in general, it has to happen. It has to happen. You're going to have to do a lot of soul searching. You're going to have to do a lot of dark shadow of the soul, so to speak, because before that light, there has to be darkness. It just is, okay? It's just the way it is. It's the way of the universe. It's the way that it's going to be. Because if we continue to just let people manipulate us, we continue to let people give us this lack of confidence and let them control us, we will never escape it, and we'll always be in the dark. But you can also escape it, heal from that darkness, and move on into the light. There's going to be darkness regardless. Wouldn't you want to be in the darkness that's going to help lead you into the light? Or do you want to be in this darkness for forever and never be able to break that chain? No, you want to get out of that. You want to get out of that. And I think you do. I definitely think you do. Okay. So, now, the last card we've got here we got the Six of Wands, and I love this card. I love this card. She looks like she's standing in the middle of like a stage or an arena, and she's got these spotlights on her. And she's got her torch, which is a wand, and it's on fire. Like she's almost like at the Olympics or something. And then she's got this wreath around it, and she's got her hands up in the air. People are cheering, it looks like, and she's just got, you know, she's just doing her thing, you know. She's confident, she's abundant, she's on stage, she's center stage, okay? Excuse me. So basically, you know, what that's talking about is it's giving you that insight for the future. Your accomplishments are going to be seen for what they are. Your accomplishments, you are going to be seen for who you really are by your accomplishments, okay? You are ready, okay? You've had to hide yourself for so long. You've had to hide yourself for so long, but you are ready to not hide yourself anymore. You are ready to be in the spotlight. You're ready to move on with your life. You're ready for this new future. You're ready for this abundance. You no longer have to hide yourself, okay? You're going to be in the spotlight. And I don't just mean like in public. I just mean you're going to be in the spotlight of your own life, okay? You're going to be in control of it now. It's optimism, and it's optimistic. And you're going to inspire others by doing this, you know. The outdated ways of thinking that I was talking about earlier, you are going to inspire others, other women, other men, other people who have been in this situation. You're going to be some type of inspiration. You're stepping out of self-doubt, feeling like that you're not enough, and you're going to stop comparing yourself or your needs to satisfy other people, okay? You're going to stop that. You are enough. You're going to realize that. You're stepping out of it into this confident person that's going to be center stage, okay? You're going to be center stage in your life from now on. You are, okay? And you don't need any external validation. Yes, it feels good to have external, just like what I was talking about earlier. Oops, sorry, I apologize. Just like as what I was talking about earlier, you know, you don't need that external validation, but dang, it feels good every once in a while, right? To people, to help, for when people I can't talk now, uplift you, they're lifting you up, okay? And it's okay. It's okay to feel that. It's okay for you to feel uplifted, all right? But you don't always need it because you love yourself and you respect yourself, okay? And it's time to adapt to that change. It's time to adapt and heal. It's time to impress yourself, okay? It's time. All right, I was going to actually get, if that doesn't fall again, jeez. I was just going to pull a couple of these cards because I think they're kind of neat. They're kind of a bit of like a comic book love and relationship tarot deck, and so I thought it would be fun just to pull a couple more of these just to see what comes out here really quick. So for group number 1, so tell me what else can you tell me or us about group number 1? What other messages or what other insights can you tell us about group number 1? Okay, so let's see what we got. Oops, I'm gonna fly out. Are these not the right ones? Where did they go? Oh, I'm sorry. I got the wrong pile. I separated them out. I'm such a dork, I know. Let's try this again. I didn't want any of the minor arcana. I wanted the major only. So let's see. What can you tell us about group number 1? What other messages can you tell us about group 1? What do they need to know? Okay. Now let's begin. Let's begin again. All right. What can you tell us about group number 1? What? Whoop, 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 whoop. What was that? What was that? I'm not sure which card that was. I'm going to have to do that again. Something fell out and it flipped over, but I'm not sure what it was. Okay, sorry. Well, no wonder I am just not with it right this second, am I? I've got all these cards turned ass backwards. What the hell? Let's turn these around. Jeez, no wonder they're not coming out right. It's late. I hope you guys are doing okay. Hope everything is well. All is well with the world. Okay. I hope that these messages resonate. Like I said, if this does not, this one, and check out my other 2 piles. And if they do resonate, you know, you can always leave me feedback on my page. I do have my PayPal link on this post, and you know, I'm only accepting donations right now. It's not necessary, but anything is appreciated. If you do, you know, I love to do my free readings. I love to help people. I love to give them guidance. But it just helps me, you know, to help you. I can get that new tarot decks and things like that. And so don't feel obligated. But anything is definitely appreciated. So let's see what other messages can tell us about group number 1. What do we need to know? And then we can move on. What can you tell us about group number 1? Any more messages? What can you tell us? What do they need to know about this situation? Please. Thank you. Come on. Give me something. Come on. Come on. Nothing wants to flip out. Oh, there it is. Okay, so we got the Knight of Wands. That Queen of Wands was up here. Remember that earlier? Wow. The Knight of Wands. Okay. Unexpected change surrounds you. What did I say? Unexpected change surrounds you. This is inevitable. This will happen, okay? This will happen. Yeah. All right. Pretty cool. Okay, let's do one more. What else? I mean, one more card, please. What else just pile them? Whoop. Look, that's the card that actually flipped out earlier, and I wasn't sure, but there it is again. So it had to have been that one. That's creepy. Okay. The Queen of Cups. All right. So somebody here may be talented in, and what did I say earlier about your talents, tapping into those? It says talents in art, music, or romance. So this person these messages that I'm giving to, I'm feeling that somebody's here that's talented in the arts of music and romance, okay? And an intuitive thought will guide you. Okay, an intuitive thought will guide you. What did I just say about the vulva? The vulva is your guide. Intuition is your guide. The seer is your guide. She's there to help you. She's a prophet. She's going to lead you in the right direction. But you also have to learn to listen to your inner voice. Your inner voice and your inner intuition. In your intuition, that's what's really going to guide you, because you know that the situations that you're in right now, or contemplating and getting ready to play your hand of cards right, being strategic, okay? You know that's for a reason. Follow your intuition, okay? I hope that helps. I hope these messages resonate with this person. Group number 1, and let me know. So leave me some feedback on my page. Okay, so I love you, group number 1. See you next time.